everybody. Welcome back to 5 Easy Questions, where we break down the stock market for new investors. Today, I'm talking to Executive Chairman, President, and CEO of NioCorp Developments, Mark Smith. Thank you so much for joining me today.
It's our absolute pleasure, Maddy. Thank you.
Okay, I am just going to jump right into our questions. Can you just explain what NioCorp Developments does?
Yes, we are in a development phase of a greenfields mining project in the southeast corner of the state of Nebraska in the United States. And within that ore body, we have discovered that there is niobium, there is scandium, there is titanium, and we've actually established with NI 43-101 standards for resource standards that we have rare earths as well. So the important thing about those elements is that today the United States imports 100% of the niobium that they use. They import 100% of the scandium that they use, and they import 100% of the rare earth oxides that they use. Not to discount it at all, but we do import about 91% of the titanium concentrates that we use in the United States as well. So needless to say, these minerals are classified by the United States government as critical and strategic. And with those kind of import figures, it's not hard to figure out why. So we are very, very anxious to become a producer in the United States of these critical and strategic minerals.
Why are these critical strategic minerals important? Like, let's start with niobium. What is that?
Yeah, niobium, about 90% of the niobium produced in the world today is actually used to make high-strength, low-alloy steel. And what does that mean? That means that infrastructure projects, bridges, buildings, rebar, oil and gas pipes, drill stem, they all require this niobium addition to the steel because it makes the steel much stronger, actually makes it much lighter, and it is highly corrosion and temperature resistant. So a big use of niobium is actually in every automobile that you see in the world that has a steel chassis or a steel body. There is niobium in that steel, and that makes the car safer for you and I as passengers or drivers. It also makes the car much lighter, and so we burn less fuel in the internal combustion engines to go the same distance. Now, in the EV world, we're going to have a spot there too with niobium, because the lighter that the automobile is, even in the battery space, it gives the battery much longer range the lighter the car is. And so everybody that's making EVs, and there's a lot of those people right now, they're all looking for ways to make that automobile lighter so that that battery can last longer and take us that many more miles. So it is almost a ubiquitous product out there that nobody realizes. But every time I see automobiles, every time I see cranes building high structures, I get very excited because I know there's a lot of niobium being used out there, and that makes me happy.
How does NioCorp's Elk Creek project stand out from other critical mineral projects?
You know, number one, we have very good ore grades for niobium, and that's our primary purpose for being there. Scandium, titanium, the rare earths, should we decide to produce those based on technical information we're generating right now, all of those are byproducts for us, and they come out because we're putting all the ore in solution anyway, and it's easy to recover them as byproducts. But our niobium ore grade is, it ranks right up there. I think it's one of the best ore grades, certainly not the best, but it ranks right up there in terms of being a high ore grade. In North America, I believe at least, we have the highest known ore grade. And one of the things you learn early on in the mining business is this statement that all the old miners use: ore grade is king. And we have ore grade, and that's what I think differentiates us to a large extent. Having said that about the ore, which is really important, we also are located in a very reliable jurisdiction called the United States. We know what the permitting rules are. We know what the OSHA rules are, the MSHA rules. We know how to comply with all of those. And that's largely why we have all of our permits in hand already. No permitting risk to start construction on this project. That's huge. So being in the United States, not considered to be politically sensitive, well-known environmental regulations that investors can be proud of and know that we are complying with and not damaging the environment, I think helps us, capture the attention of a lot of people.
This brings me to my next question. Where is Elk Creek in terms of progress to production?
We are through the feasibility study phase. However, having said that, we are doing the metallurgical work necessary to demonstrate at an NI 43-101 technical report level that we can recover the rare earths and put them into the high purity oxide form. But we know they're there, and we have a tremendous level of experience within the company, and are very confident about where that study is going to lead to. But we are to the point where we have all the permits in hand. We have offtake agreements for 75% of the ferroniobium that we'll be producing. We have offtake agreement for scandium. We have unbelievable community support. The governor of the state of Nebraska supports this project in just a huge way. We can't thank he and his staff enough. We hold town halls out at the site so that we can let people know what we've accomplished, what we're going to do next. There's over 500 people that will attend these town halls, and there isn't one naysayer, not one protester. So we're in a very good position in terms of a de-risked project. We are in the phases of putting the financing together for this so that the moment we have enough money in the treasury, we can put that first shovel in the ground. And we're pretty excited to get to that point.
And my very last question, I know this is important to me and a lot of other young investors, but what steps has NioCorp taken to ensure that these minerals can be mined sustainably?
I was hoping that you were going to ask that question. First of all, my career and my COO, Scott Honen's career, we both started in the health, safety, and environmental field. And so, doing things sustainably, doing them safely, doing them in an environmentally, correct way comes exceptionally naturally for us. Now, what we were not as well prepared for as what we needed to be is that this whole ESG mantra has really become one of the most important things for investors. And having understood that now, we've actually adopted the Equator Principles, and we have established a program that is auditable and meets the standards of the Equator Principles. And I'm happy to report that this wasn't just one person that we hired to go and do that and give us the end program. Our entire management team sat in on every single one of these meetings to establish the Equator Principles. That's how important we think it is. We think you have to walk the talk, not just talk the talk. So we're there. We're committed to sustainability. I think if anybody looks at our engineering designs and some of the environmental programs that we're going to put into place, they'll see that we are really committed to sustainability, minimizing emissions, and making sure that we're doing the right thing with the earth. And that's what mining, I think, needs to do more and more of. Be proud of what we do. Don't be afraid of it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
I have some hard-hitting rapid fire questions for you. Ready?
Ready.
Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
What's the first thing you do in the morning?
Exercise.
What is your favorite sport to watch?
Football.
What is your favorite sport to play?
I'll say football, but I don't do it much anymore.
Value investor or day trader?
Oh, value investor for sure.
Suit and tie or casual?
Absolute suit and tie every single day.
If you had $1,000 to invest in any company, but it's not your own, what would it be?
I'm a little bit biased about that as well. I would probably put it into IBC Advanced Alloys, which is IB.V on the TSXV.
Favorite book?
Favorite book. I have a zillion of them. Let's say for now, Team of Rivals.
That's a good answer. And very, very last question. What was the last movie that you watched?
Last movie I watched. It's going to sound funny, but Sound of Music.
So, That's a great movie.
Yeah, it's my
That's
wife's
wonderful.
favorite movie, and I can't watch it enough with her. So I love it as well.
Perfect. Where, if anyone is interested in learning more about your company, should I direct them or send them?
www.niocorp.com. And we have literally everything we do is publicly available on that website. We believe in disclosure.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
My pleasure, Maddy. Thank you.
Hopefully we talk again soon.
I look forward to it. Thank you.